Broadcast. Bang! I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Wednesday, May the 16th, 2012. 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. What a day. Look at that S&P chart. Rally failed. Oof. I wish I could say it was that easy. Up, down, up, and down. Which just means we're going lower. I mean, the stock market took out previous day lows, closing below previous day lows. Just, I don't know if we're even going to have a bounce like we had today. Even though I thought some of the news was rather bullish. Minutes out of the FOMC. Couple more came on the side of more QE. If things got worse. Gold popped on that. S&P popped on that. And then, of course, we came right back down. Which goes to show you how heavy this market is. And again, you know, you want to try and figure out where we're going to come down to. It just looks like 1,300. And the Fibonacci, I mean, really, this is the spot. You can try and do it from all the other different levels. But that just looks like 1,290 easy. I mean, look, right there, support. Look at that monster support area. It's the 38.2% retracement. Imagine how many stops are at 1,300. Bang, bang, bang. And that's it. And listen, Facebook IPO is coming up. Amazing that the stock market continues to go down almost every day going into it. Crazy. Now, we could take a look at this one from this level. But notice how we still at the 50%. Now, 1318, I don't see that really being a big support zone at all. Maybe 1,300. But taken from this level, if you start your fib from down here, you see the 50% is at 1,285. And if we go from here, you got 1310 as a possible spot, that 1313 maybe. But I got to tell you, today could have been a day the market could have rallied. Now, I understand there's a run on Greek banks. And I understand that the market's freaking out. Now, all of a sudden, we knew this about the Greeks. I said there'd be revolution over the summer. How is this not priced in as a possibility is beyond me. But the euro, once again, taking out previous day lows. We got under 127. Could it be a doji? Sure. Did euro sterling reverse a little bit? Yes. We'll talk about cable. Oh, baby. Because El Cable, oh, that's the 1A. Sterling's got more downside, baby. King sounding the alarms. Even though the numbers were very good. London numbers. Blockbuster. Unemployment rate much better. But once again, the average hourly earnings. The MPC looks at that. And that, again, that's the extra money they have. And it's not going up. So you look at this sterling, certainly 158. That should be easy. We do our Fibonacci also. Should we take out that 158 zone? We go right down to 156.50, 60 zone. Why not? But that was not good news. Even though, again, inflation expectations really still above 2% for London. But again, the European crisis, the fact that they're drawing up plans for a Greece exit, let me tell you something. You don't know what's going to happen. I find it hard to believe that they're going to let it, the Germans and the French are going to let it happen. This is certainly their Lehman moment. Because in the end, everything will be fine. But getting to that point will be pandemonium. Hell yeah. I think the answer is Eurobonds. I think they're going to have to give in, backed by the ECB. You know, there's no treasury. They need some form of a treasury. Issue Eurobonds. Let them roll over all their debt, problem solve for a couple of years. Now, again, you look at this euro, again, 126.30, 40. You have Greece out of the picture. Euro looks a lot stronger. A lot stronger. But certainly, in my opinion, the Greeks need to leave. That's the whole point. Imports become expensive as hell. Their exports become cheaper than anything, and they can revive their economy. But if you're stuck with a strong currency, your exports aren't competitive. So again, look at this euro dollar. It just looks like we got more to go. It's a bank holiday, right? We got Germany, France, Switzerland bank holiday. So Europe should be light. Now we do get Japanese GDP. We get input-output prices out of New Zealand, Australia. They tried to hold them. Gold tried to rally. I think we're coming to the end of this. You see by the action, the Aussies trying to put in a bottom. But certainly failing late in the day. We're going lower. This Aussie, once again, the part that scares me, when you look at the low from here in the S&P and the high in the Aussie, we're already through the 61.8% retracement. That is not good. So unless this sucker bottoms out soon, this market could play catch-up, the S&P, and we could be talking about 200 handles to play catch-up to the Aussie. Oh, baby. So this baby's got to reverse, and I think that's your real indicator, the Australian dollar. Absolutely. New Zealand also getting very close to our channel line. I mean, this baby's getting very oversold. And again, I love the pound short across the board. Any pop in the stock market, we get down to 75.50. This pound Kiwi, pound Aussie. You look at the pound across the board. Pound Swiss had a nice reversal. I think the only thing holding up the pound right now is the Olympics. I think the jobs numbers an aberration for all the creation from the Olympics, security, cleanup, everything. It's all the Olympics. Sterling yen rolling over. Finally. This baby looks like it wants to go to 127 easy. Love cable short. Look at that. Say bye-bye. Certainly down to 125. Should be another 200 pips in it. Mervyn King was not very bullish. Now, again, pound Aussie, pound Kiwi, that's a risk-off trade. So if the S&Ps are down big, obviously this is probably going to make another run for 210. But enough already. Getting close. But we get through 210, Jiminy Christmas, to the Moon Owls. So be very careful. If the stock market rallies, this baby's toast. And then, because Euro Sterling, to me, really held up well given all the bad news. Wild day in Euro Sterling. Up, down, up, down, up. But it held. 79.50 held. So if that's true, I think the euro might not collapse per se. Cable has more of a chance of collapsing. And this dollar yen, I think, failed also. I think we're talking more QE. That's not good for dollar yen. Keeps bond yields low, and they're ridiculously low. Stock market relatively down. We're down. Baby's going lower. Dollar Canada continues to break out. Another crazy day in dollar Canada. They don't call it loony for nothing. Good numbers out of Canada. Up, down, up. Closing strong. Bullish. It's breaking out. Got to be long. Gold reverse to the downside. Dollar Swiss, another one. Didn't really go much, but still higher. Is it a doji? Sure. Pound Swiss. So instead of shorting this one, if you like this short, I'd rather see a short pound Swiss. Absolutely. But European currency is a little bit more, euro dollar, dollar Swiss held in fairly well, given the carnage. But you look at some of these other Aussie yen, let me tell you, this baby can't rally. I don't love it. Looks like an SOS, selling strength. We got one more day down, people. One more day down. Let's take a look at gold. As far as numbers that can reverse the market, I mean, Japan GDP, I don't see how that's going to be a good number. Input output out of New Zealand, I don't see that being that big of a deal. Inflation expectations out of Australia, I look for all those numbers to come out in line. I think Philly Fed tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, U.S., big number. Unemployment claims, of course, but you get another strong Philly Fed. And Empire Manufacturing was strong, remember? And then, listen, now there's talk about the MPC doing some sort of a stimulus. You get the MPC to increase the stimulus. I remember we had a nice rally in the stock market on that. And you also have more assurances from Fed governors about QE3. You get this Greece situation out of the way, the market looks like it could have a little rip. Facebook IPO over, money comes out from that. Back to work, and all the retail investors. I just can't believe Doug Cass is the longest he's been all year, and he's driving from Boca, Palm Beach, to New York, and doesn't bother to tell people about his positions. What a chicken. I've been there, and I've sucked it up. Lost a lot of respect for that guy today. A lot. Gold, certainly 1,500. Of course, in my spot. Gold couldn't even pop on that QE3 talk. Not good. Crude continues to look weak. That's a good thing. Came back a little bit. But closed terrible. Dollar index. Can't forget about that. Geithner speaking tomorrow, maybe. Dollar index continues to grind higher. Certainly 8170 is a big spot. Should we take that out? We could really be talking a longer-term chart here. I mean, that's a big breakout. I mean, this would put the euro around 120. Be an absolute meltdown. 5 full cents on the dollar index. Oh, yeah. That's even more. But certainly, we get through this whole 8170 zone, and it's clear sailing. What was that, 84? So we're at a big spot. We're at a big spot. It's a big bill. Oh, baby. But for tonight, I think we get down and then maybe up. To be holding shorts into weakness, I think you got to take it off the table. Take weakening on the short side, and then look to nibble for a reversal. But I think short side definitely the way to play it. And then as we take out the lows, look to cover. And again, maybe the market could rally on some good news out of the U.S. Philly Fed. I've seen crazier things happen. Facebook IPO, yada, yada, yada. We'll see. All right, again, so if you have any questions, feel free to email me, info@globalfxllc.com. Again, it looks like we're going lower. Dollar index is going to go higher, make a run for that 8170. I love cable short across the board. And that's it. Andrew Spanton, Global Markets Radio, the only voice. Remember, triple roll tonight. You can see a meltdown in the Aussie and the Kiwi after 5 p.m. Oh, baby. Eurodollar, look for it to retest these lows right here. Voice of Forex, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. El Cable has got more to go, eh? Oh, baby. Bye-bye.